What's good, Storm fans? I am Bryant Cook, and today we're playing Turbo Aeve, a mono-green Storm deck in Legacy. We finally have a Storm deck that loses to lands. I can't believe it, but it's happened. This is a creation from Magic Online user Jax, who creates a ton of wild, wacky combo decks, and that's what we're playing today. The sole purpose of this deck is to accelerate into Aeve Progenitor Ooze, aka Slime Time Live. So Turbo Ooze, that's what we're doing, Turbo Slime, whatever you'd like to call it. The whole point is to cast this card. So we have Living Wish to get a copy out of the sideboard. You know, the green Burning Wish, that weird card that some people play. Yeah, we're playing that. We also have some added consistency with Once Upon a Time. Land Grant is free spells. On top of our classic Chrome Mox, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, all that good stuff. If we're playing a green combo deck, you know that there's Manamorphose and Elvish Spirit Guide. We get to play a pretty cool tutor here with Time of Need. This one's really sweet. You search your library for a legendary creature, put it to your hand. So we have Aeve Progenitor Ooze here. I think that with Time of Need in the main deck, I'd like to see a main deck Thrasta, just so that way you have a little bit of flexibility. I know it breaks the sort of 4x mold that you see here, because pretty much everything in the deck right now is 4x, other than the Aeve and a Forest. But I think we'd actually really benefit from a main deck Thrasta. You could play something like a main deck Hope of Gyaraper. I don't know if you need that. I think if you want that, you can just play Living Wish for it. And you do have main deck Veil of Summer. But that's what the deck does. I mentioned Land Grant. That's to get our Singleton Forest. We only have one. But then after that, we have Havenwood Battleground, which is just an old sacrifice land originally from Homelands. We have the Depletion land from Arcadian Masks, and then Artifact lands to enable Mox Opal. This deck is very, very basic. Sorry, Jax. I don't know if you'll be offended if I say that, but it's very simple. Put slimes on the battlefield. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to do it quickly, which is why you only see 2 copies of Carpet of Flowers in the board. The Epic Storm looks to play a slightly longer game versus those decks. Not this deck. We are Turbo. So we're looking to accelerate into the Aeve. And with Living Wish, it's not just creatures. You can get lands as well. So we have a Karakas, a couple copies of Beseiju, all that good stuff. That's all I got for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to see if we can speedrun it with Turbo Slime. I'll see you in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first match. We are on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand because we have a way to get Aeve with this Living Wish. On top of that, we have a couple ways to make Storm with Manamorphose, Chrome Mox, and it looks like we're facing Ant. I could be in trouble. It could also be Doomsday, actually. I don't know why my mind went to Grief, pitching Grief. Sure. So there is the Max Carini style Doomsday that plays Grief. This could also just be blue-black Reanimator or red-black Reanimator with an Underground Sea. They take Manamorphose. Looks like they're passing the turn. Okay, we'll take a draw. It's a Lotus Petal. Here, this is going to be a little bit of a weird play. I'm going to imprint the Spirit Guide. Play the Living Wish. Yes. I think I'm supposed to just get Fairy Macabre. Try to buy some time. And mass targeting me. I guess we'll remove this Grief. Okay. And then they will discard our Lotus Petal. And this does look like Reanimator. They exiled an Exhume. They have 2 cards. They're probably like, what is Bryant playing? This deck doesn't make any sense. 13 lands and we've drawn 4 of them. Not ideal. One of the issues with a lot of Legacy combo decks, and this deck is not unique in this regard, they struggle with not being able to rebuild. So when you look at a deck like Ant, the really only ways of rebuilding are Ad Nauseam or Past Influence, right? With the Epic Storm, you have Echo of Aeons to bounce back. That's a really huge thing, especially when you're low on resources. The Epic Gamble has Echo of Aeons. It's mostly decks that don't play Echo that struggle from Legacy Storm perspective. And they are just red-black Reanimator. We're just getting bullied here. Yeah. Sure. Hey. I mean, they had double discard into this, and they could have had more, because if you looked at what they did, they pitched a Grief to the Unmask. So they could have had triple backup. This is not going to be enough. I'm going to pick it up and go to game 2. Jax did tell me before I started recording this league that the graveyard decks are a rough matchup. Certainly seeing that here. Let's change this to card view. I don't know why it always does that. Alright, so we're definitely interested in Fairy Macabres. I think we want the Caracas. Actually, probably... Do we want to waste a Living Wish on that? I don't think I want to do that. Okay. Want to keep the Veil of Summers then. Protect from Unmask and stuff like that. That way I can keep up my Fairy Macabres. I think we might want to just take out Manamorphose. Try this. On the play for game number 2. We have Slime. Problem is our hand doesn't do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. We have a Diamond. We have Fairy Macabre. We keep this. I mean, this hand's really slow, but I don't know. Maybe I'll draw like a Lotus Petal that could actually allow me to turn to Aeve. Mass targeting me, you've got it. They removed a Gristlebrand. They take the Fairy Macabre. They have 5 cards. Come on, Lotus Petal, please. Draw. We have to pass the turn. I would expect an Unstep Entomb here, and then untap, reanimate Gristlebrand. Here it is. Yep. Or actually, they could get Iona and then name green. Yeah. Ooh, we have a free Fairy Macabre. Look at that. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Look at their storm count. So high. They're now at 5 life, 15 cards in hand. I have to imagine they're just going to shred my hand here. They play a Grief. Yeah, Reanimator's just so good now. Like, having something like Fairy Macabre in your hand just doesn't matter. Like, you're better off playing Leyline of the Void. Just because, like, cards that stay in your hand, like Surgical Extraction or Fairy Macabre, just, like, haven't aged well due to Grief and Unmask and Thoughtseize and all those sort of effects. I'm not going to care, sure. Archon of Cruelty, cool. Lose the Opal. They have 11 cards in hand and they're at 8 life. We do not have a draw that gets us out of this as a mono green. Paradise is theoretically a card advantage spell. It wouldn't be very good here, but theoretically one. And we're dead. That was fast. 0-1. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Why am I not on the play? This is a turn 1 Aeve Progenitor Ooze. Come on. We're going to keep this, but I have to get through the first turn unscathed. Swamp. Okay. Little uneasy about that, but we'll see. Time of need. I don't believe I have the resources to cast this as well. Play the Mox Opal. Pitching out with Spirit Guide. I guess we'll play the Battleground here. And I get to play my tutor of choice. Alright, so we are going to cast the Living Wish because this plays around Opposition Agent. Okay, so let's add some mana. Storm 4, Living Wish on the stack. It resolves! For once in my life, I'm going to make Jax proud. Right here, right now. Jax, I hope you enjoy this. Aeve Progenitor Ooze! Slime time. 20 power on the board, no big deal. Take that, basic swamp. They're just gonna go end step and tomb on tap Gristlebrand, and I've lost this game, but I don't care. Okay, no end step and tomb. And a concession, yes! Just like we drew it up, turbo Aeved. Boom. Always had it, 100% of the time. Alright, so... Not really sure what they're playing. On the draw, I'm going to board out Veil of Summer and just bring in some answers. On the play, I'd have Veil of Summer in my deck, but we're just going to submit this and hope that it's good enough. They didn't seem like they were a Reanimator deck, so I'm not going to board in Fairy Macabre. Like, Reanimator wouldn't have kept a hand. They go Swamp Go, untap, concede. They would have played a discard spell and end step and tomb something. So I don't think that they're Reanimator. This is an interesting hand. So we actually have the Solo Forest, so this land grant doesn't do anything. We don't have Metalcraft, we don't have a way to get Aeve, it's a mulligan. Here we have Aeve, and we have a tutored, we have the land grant for Forest, but that doesn't do a whole lot, mulligan. These hands have been very odd. I think we try this. I mean, it's not very good, but we have to make do. Basic Swamp, Dark Ritual. Oh, they're the Karn Prison deck. This deck won a Legacy Challenge like a week and a half ago or something like that. They took my Once Upon a Time. That's fine. Let's find a Lion's Eye Diamond. Drew Slime Time, which makes this Time of Need pretty terrible. Pass the turn. Ancient Tomb. They'll get in for 3. We go to 17. Draw. Gift Tail. Guess we'll cast Time of Need. Of course, I'm getting Op Agented. Yep, okay. I'm going to just pick this up. You can go to the next. Yikes. Let's get these natural states out of the deck. Bring back in the Veil of Summer. I'm going to keep the Besaju in here, though. So I'll have 3 Veil, 1 Besaju. On the play for game number 3. Yes. Oddly enough, I did play around Opposition Agent in game 1 and was rewarded. I think I'm going to keep this. The fear is if they have a turn 1 discard spell for my Lion's Eye Diamond. I could play out the diamond, but then you accept a reduced storm count into 8. Okay, they've kept 5. Play the Hickory Woodlot. And I think I am going to accept a lower storm count versus their 5 card. We're pretty resilient to discard spells here. Basic Swamp. Thoughtseize. And I was rewarded for my decision. You love to see it. I think the actual correct pick here is Manamorphose. Let's see what... Just because the rest of the hand is so redundant. They take Manamorphose, so they made the right pick. They have 4 in hand. Lotus Petal. It doesn't allow me to go this turn. So let's Living Wish, because I can actually get a land with this, which is pretty helpful. Do we get Besaju or do we get Karakas? Karakas allows me to re-pick up my Aeve, which is kind of funny. All right, I'll grab the Crocus for the meme. Pass the turn. They have 5 in hand. Black, black. I'm to Torok, but I got to keep the best 2. Get wrecked. Draw. Opal. Petal. We're gonna hold control, put Living Wish on the stack, and add triple green. Slime Time's coming to a mono black deck near you. Okay, it's not 20 power this time, though. Still pretty good. Wasteland. Robert. You have a Robert? That's fine. They're passing. Sure thing. Draw. Play a land grant, I guess. Go get my basic. They block the original Aeve, and then they'll take 9, going to 9 life. I'm expecting another concession here. And they did, yes! Turbo Aeve gets there. We are now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round 3, this time we are on the play. See if we can get another explosive turn 1 slime hand. There's the slime. I think we keep this. Although we don't even have a turn 2 slime, so what I think we're supposed to do is just play Tree of Tails and pass. Alright, play the tree. Pass the turn. Keeping up Veil of Summer in case we face yet another black deck here. Arid Mesa. Is this burn? Draw. You know, you can never have too many Veils of Summer. That's what I always say. Yikes. The turn. Not weird or uncomfortable at all. Badlands. Like goblins? It is goblins, okay. Well, we're gonna need more storm count for this Aeve. Because right now, like, the 4 it's going to make is just not enough. I think I'm supposed to cast it. Triple Veil of Summer is so awkward here. The real plan is that I hope that I draw into another way of casting Aeve, and that the oozes stack. Alright. Meme status partially done. We need to draw like a Living Wish for a time of need. Those are our best 2 draws. Okay. The Slimes have entered the battlefield. They play the 3rd mountain. 2 red. Okay, so now they're going up to 3. What's the play here? Goblin Matron, okay. They pick up a Munitions Expert. So it's worth noting, Munitions Expert is a black card. I can protect my creatures with these Veil of Summer. Alright, so just swing out. Hiya! I mean, they can double block the smallest ooze and then trade 1 for 1 if they want. But is that even good? Like, they're still taking a buttload of damage. That's what they do. Okay, I will trade with the Goblin Piledriver. Pass the turn, you're at 7. Maybe 4 ooze was enough. I didn't think it would be. Right, land number 4. So the scariest possible thing I think could happen here would be like Goblin War Chief, Goblin Lackey, and Nemuxus. But I feel like that's pretty unlikely at the Sling Gang Lieutenant. They get to make some blockers, and I can cycle these god-awful Veil of Summer. They're attacking, sure thing. Let's cycle a Veil. Spirit Guide. Cycle another Veil of Summer. Their land. I think I'm gonna... no, I should keep this. I know that they have immunity. Draw. Let's see if I can get lucky here. Anamorphose. Green, green. Nope. Hang out. Okay. So they can block here and then sacrifice both to drain for 2, which is... They're still playing defense. I'm at 17. Okay. A little surprised I haven't drawn another payoff. We're 25% of the way through our deck. I've played a few cantrips. Missions Expert. That on the stack. I'm going to Veil of Summer. Do you have another Munitions Expert? Okay. So now they can kill this one. Alright, so they got a mid-sized Ooze instead. Good on them. Good play. I still haven't drawn another way to make slimes. We're at 44 cards now. And I'm going to go to 15. They have 2 cards in it. Draw. I mean, okay, we finally drew it. Let's attack. I was going to say I was going to hardcast this Elvish Spirit Guide. Like, not even joking. I was planning on hardcasting them. Only 1 block. They go to 6. I'm sorry. I forgot that. Okay, my math was completely off there. They were already at 6. I'm at 14 now. They're at 4. Lotus Petal. If I hardcast Elvish Spirit Guide, I can still play Living Wish and Aeve, I believe. 2 mana. I'm not crazy here, right? These 2 cast the Spirit Guide. This casts the Living Wish, and then I have enough. Cast Spirit Guide. Throw Mox. No. Hold Control. Add triple green. The slime just keeps on coming. I was like, I don't know. Did I use the one out of the board? I just got very nervous for a split second. All right, more slime. You can never have too much slime. Love to see it. We're at 14. They're at 4. Oh, I have to pick an Aeve to actually keep because they're legendary. Okay. I guess I'll keep the 8/8. I wasn't thinking about that whatsoever. I don't think I've ever had 2 Aeves in play. Wow. That's pretty funny. All right, 2 red. I don't know how they stay alive here. I'd be interested in... It'd have to be like land Muxus into the nuts. Okay. We have a Horde Master, I guess. The Squee Dubious Monarch. Okay. If you're unfamiliar, the new Squee is basically like another Goblin Rabble Master. Except that it has escape. I think we just swing out. Path is for blockers. They're going to have to trade their board here. Alright, so they have 6 damage coming in. And if they sacrifice it all, then my creatures... I guess they can sack these. Because these would have died anyway. Alright, so they're going to gain some life here. It'll be enough to stay alive for another draw step, but their entire board will be gone. We're taking a long time thinking about these sacrifices. Play another tree past the turn. They have 1 card in hand, and they have 5 mana. They can, the keyword isn't escape on Squee Dubious Monarch, but it's basically just escape. So this has escape for 4, but that doesn't kill me. I'm at 11. So like, I think it has to be like land into exactly Muxus, and then Muxus needs to kill me from 11. Mono green slime. The opponent has conceded the game, and we are off to game number 2. Let's get these Veil Cinders out of our deck. Natural State can come in. Seiju. Probably leave one Beseiju for living. Hit submit, and let's go again. Game number 2, we've opened up a hand with a lot of mana in it, but it doesn't really do anything. Mulligan. Alright, so we have a time of need for slime time here. I think we just get rid of the Elvish Spirit Guide. Goodbye, ESG. Mountain, pass the turn. There's a slime. So this time of need is fairly dead now. The best thing it can do is imprint a Chromox. Goblin War Marshal. Okay. There's another ESG. Play the Chromox. I think I'm going to imprint Natural State. Play the Petal. Slime for 3. Okay, no Mindbreak Trap. That's good. We have the Echo on Goblin War Marshal, should they choose to pay. They do not pay for the Echo. Land number 3, they have 4 cards in hand. Kirk Prospector, okay. Looks like a munitions expert, and it is. Okay, so they're going to kill our 4/4. Which is secretly fine, because I think we were going to kill that ourselves by playing another Aeve at some point. Draw. Time of need, we'll go grab another Aeve Progenitor Ooze. Pass the turn. They have 2 in hand. There's no point in attacking here, because they can trade with the oozes, and then this one becomes less effective. We don't want that. They have 3 in hand. They do have a lot of mana due to the Skirk Prospector. Alright, 5 mana? Okay, so Muxus is coming. Here it is. Muxus Goblin Grandee. Wait, did they really only hit a Goblin Matron on that? Holy moly. That was a terrible Muxus. Have you considered putting goblins in your deck? Come on. I think they should just grab another munitions expert. They picked up another Muxus. I don't know if I like that play, but I'm not the one piloting. Draw. Play a land grant. Go grab the basic forest. Okay, play Metamorphose. Come on, spell that we can cast. Please. That'll do, Peg. That'll do. Tap for a green. So I could pitch the Elvish Spirit Guide and keep my land, but I think being able to play this as a blocker is actually just better. Now we have slime. Ooh, long pause here. Ah, the Mindbreak Trap. They did have it. I've been bamboozled. What kind of scum of the earth plays Mindbreak Trap, right? Just jerks. Okay. This deck has no way to beat Mindbreak Trap. Gee. Goblin Creator Maker. We're done here. I'm gonna go to the next game. Yeah, there's like nothing in. I guess I could Living Wish for Hope of Gear perk. I don't know if I love that. Let's try boarding in the Hope and just see if I can randomly draw it. I'm gonna take out these natural states for Veil of Summer. At least like they cycle, or I can stop him Munitions Expert. Let's submit. Game 3, we are on the play. So much for speed running this. We're at 21 minutes in this match already. Do I keep this? We need Once Upon a Time to hit 8. Yes, I keep. This might be too risky. Play the Battleground, pass the turn. You don't need to play out all this stuff. Like, I think it's better to just sit with Once Upon a Time and land. Okay. Draw for turn, Spirit Guide. Grave Tales pass. Arid Mesa. Badlands. There's a Goblin Lackey. Draw for turn. Okay, so we can play Aeve on the stack this turn, but we are just flat out dead to Mindbreak Trap. Do they counter the diamond? I mean, the land grant shows them what to counter here. So, Living Wish, add triple green. Storm is 5. You are just slow rolling a Mindbreak to hit the Aeve. You have to click more, but also, why make me so sad? Storm 6. Okay, it resolves. Yes. Okay. Look at all these ooze. Slime Time Live. Something about a token pack and having pre-powered slimes. I don't know. False advertising. But definitely go get a token pack if you want to play with it. The built-in power toughness is for shot and port. Either vial. Believe we get to attack for lethal here. Unless our opponent's like holding darkness in hand. Yeah. They block a 7/7 ooze. Fire Kinesis, okay. So they're at 3. Vial goes up to 1. And a concession. We're not 2-1 with Turbo Slime. Yes, 2 matches left. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Okay, match 4. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to keep this hand. It does things, I guess, but not meaningful things. I'm going to go to 6. This is just way better. I think we're supposed to bottom the Opal or the Veil. I have to assume that at some point we're going to face a blue deck, right? So I think I'm going to keep the Veil. Get rid of this Manamorphose. What did Phil Hill? Are we actually facing lands? Our deck does, or it's impossible for this deck to beat. Uh-oh. Basic Forest. Noble Higher. Oh, this is like the Elf Cabal. I just love how they're building the rock slowly instead of just playing a combo deck. I really wish that this Veil of Summer was a Manamorphose now. Time of Need. I still. This was not a good draw. Pass the turn. Noble Hierarch, sure thing. Green Sun for 0. Yep, go get your Dryad Arbor. We have to worry about Collector Roof next turn. Cast Once Upon a Time, see if we can find like an Elvish Spirit Guide or an untapped land, but I think all the lands in our deck come into play tapped other than the basic forest for this. That didn't change anything for us. Because now this land grant doesn't make mana. But the Opal does. The Opal makes mana. Okay. Does that actually change anything? No, I'm 1 mana short still. Ah, son of a gun. I didn't realize it. I'm 1 short. Yeah. Damn. Rather than show them the rest of my deck, I'm just gonna shame concede. That's unfortunate. Okay. That was awkward. Just resubmit. So you might be thinking Veil of Summer is bad against elves. They do play 4 creatures that allow you to cycle it, but on top of that, their deck that boards in 4th. So Veil of Summer is just fine. I think the real punish there was keeping the Veil of Summer instead of the Manamorphose, but it was obviously matchup dependent. Like, if my opponent's playing Delver, that Veil of Summer ends up looking better. On the play. Keep, I guess? I don't know. Play the Battleground, pass the turn. If I don't win back my money, I feel like Jax should feel obligated to pay me back my entry for convincing people that Mono Green Slime Time was a good deck. We're going to get Thoughtseize here. Yep. You hear that, Jax? 10 play point, or I guess it would be 100 play points or 10 tickets. They take the Once Upon a Time. Good decision. Draw for turn. Diamond. Let's cycle the Manamorphose in case I draw a tutor. Green, green. No tutor. Pass the turn. Another copy of Bayou. They're at 16. Thoughtseize number 2. Lion's Eye Diamond down. So at this point, we want to naturally draw Aeve, because we can cast it if we naturally drew it. Noble Hierarch. Sure thing. Draw. Pass the turn. Elvish Reclaimer. Shepherd. I'll take 1. Draw. That gets Aeve, but I feel like it might be too slow at this point. Yes. Hold on, if I sacrifice this, 1 mana, 2, 3, 5. Actually, I had enough to play it this turn. I just didn't see it. Damn it. That's my own fault. I'm sorry. I actually could have played it this turn. Damn. Force of Vigor on my Tree of Tails. Okay, so they have 1 card in hand. Feeling a little bit better now. That actually could have been problematic. If I played Chromox and they destroyed it, that would have shut me off. Did I accidentally play around Force of Vigor? I think I might have. 3D in for 2. Draw. Reveal my hand. Is one of your last cards in hand Op Agent? Okay. Play this Chromox. They have another Force of Vigor here. They could cast it. It looks like it's going to resolve. Tap this for a green. Play another copy of Chromox. Looks like this is going to resolve. 5 mana. Cast Land Grant. Cannot get a forest. We don't have another forest in our deck. Slime Time. 7 Ooze. Looks like I accidentally played around Force of Vigor for the win. Look at me now, Mom. Me now. This is where they just like use Elvish Reclaimer for Tabernacle. They pick up a Cradle, okay. The thing about Aeve is best when you can naturally cast it while playing through counter spells. I don't think this deck is actually very good at playing through counter spells. It just seems incredibly fragile. But I'm here for it. Game number 3. I think I'm going to keep this, but it's a little bit risky. Unswept Heath. I have to imagine they have a turn 1 Thoughtseize if they kept a 7. Bayou. Reclaimer, okay. Draw. Right, so we want to hit an Elvish Spirit Guide with this. Not take the battleground, I guess, play it and pass. 2 lands. You didn't keep a hand with Thoughtseize, so why did you keep your hand? Is it Force of Vigor? Is that why you kept it? So we get the Forest. It's a little awkward because of the land grant. We'll be fine. This does it, I believe. Alright, so we'll reveal our hand. Lotus Petal. I think we're supposed to get the main deck Aeve, because then we can leave the one in the sideboard. Full control. Last time I need. Add triple green. Grab a slime. Alright, 20 power. Actually, I think 4 makes 20, or is it 5? It's 5. Alright, so this is 20 power. They do have a chump blocker, at least for now. Yeah, you have an Alistair Shepherd. Cradle, so that taps for 2, so they have 3 available mana here. Interesting thing to note is they can activate their Elvish Reclaimer to make it a 3/4. When they do that, they can trade with my 3. So they should block the 3/3 and then activate the Reclaimer. That's what they're going to do. Alright, so they've activated Reclaimer. They grab Karakas! Oh, that bounces my biggest Aeve! Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. I didn't even think about Karakas bouncing my Aeve. Oh no. Yeah, this is not good for me. Draw. Get in there. So they can eat the 2 power one. Bounce this and take 9. That would kill them. So I think they have to block the 5/5. Then they take 6 down to 2. They grab a Dryad Arbor. So they get another blocker for their next. That makes sense. So they're at 2. So even my smallest ooze is now lethal. So they need another 1 mana blocker here. They have one. Okay, so they get to live another turn. Now they can actually play another creature with the Cradle. I mean, they might have stabilized. Draw. Attack. Oh, they're not legendary. You can't Karakas the tokens. The legendary's grayed out. They are not actually legendary creatures. Wow. Okay. We're 3-1. Maybe I owe Jackson an apology. Let's see if we can win match number 5. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. The 5th and final match, we are on the play. Alright, so we have an Aeve, we have a pair of Opals. This hand doesn't do it. Take a mulligan. This hand does do it. Keep. Bottom the second copy of Once Upon a Time. So this does the thing, but it does it on turn 2, not turn 1. We have to pass the turn. Legacy Staple, Hickory Woodlot. Our opponent is definitely not reading this card right now. Volcanic Island, Ponder. We are facing a blue deck, unfortunately. Draw. Cast a Once Upon a Time. You find a Havenwood Battleground, okay. Pair of Veil Summers on the bottom. I'm going to play Time and Need and just hope that they let this resolve. That was the risk. Okay. Yeah, I knew that was a possibility. I was hoping there was like, this card doesn't matter, sure, whatever. Was not the case. Wasteland, okay. I have 7 in hand. Pass the turn. Oh, Spirit Guide, a turn late on that time of need. Volcanic Island, Ponder. The best thing we can do is just naturally draw one of the 3 main deck copies of Aeve. Draw. Another Hickory Woodlot. Another Wasteland. Yep. Delver Secret, 6 and pass the turn. They flip Delver to Brainstorm and they immediately cast it. Scalding Turn. And another Delver. So I'm running out of time if I want to win with Aeve. I mean, I need to draw it quickly. I think we try to bait them with a Daze here because I have the Spirit Guide to pay. Okay. Pay for Daze, Manamorphose. Green, green. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox Opal. Chrome Mox. Living Wish. Land Grant. I mean, we're going all in on this Living Wish anyway. So, like, it doesn't matter if they know what the last card in my hand is, right? Cast the Living Wish. Add triple green and pray that it resolves. From 7. Holy moly, it resolves. Grab that slime, baby. Oh, 8 oozes. Yes. Feels good. Feels good. Incoming concession. What are you going to do when there's a 9/9 legendary ooze on the table? You're going to concede, just like this blue-red Delver opponent did. Boom. Ah, feels good. Okay. So we want to bring in our 2 copies of Carpet. Definitely interested in those. Get rid of the Manamorphose. Those are big Daze targets here. That's 58. I think we want a Boseiju in the main deck. I'm going to try bringing in the Hope. Do this. Sure. I mean, we're on the draw. I like having a bunch of lands to pay for like Daze and waste. Not. The hope is that we can just find one of the main deck copies of. They do not shuffle. Lotus Petal, play land, pass the turn. Channeler into Wasteland. Yep. Draw for turn. Play another Battleground path. Brainstorm. Scalding Tarn. Bobble, 4 cards in hand. They get a Sculpt here with the Prevail. Bobble will resolve. This will put them back up to 5. We look at our top. Silver Secrets. They're getting in for 3. Go to 17. We need to find the saving quick. Draw. So they know that we have a land grant. Pass the turn. Delver does not flip. Brainstorm. They get this Prevail. That hurts. Yep. We have 4. We're going to take 4. 4 cards in hand, that is. We take 4 damage. We're at 13. Hickory Woodlot. Pass. Delver does not flip again. That's odd. I feel like they knew what they put back. We're in 9. Draw. I think we've missed our window. Delver triggers. Does not flip. We have 4 in hand. We go to 5. There's 0% chance that this time we need. A forcible pitching Murktide. We are dead. Next game. We didn't draw anything there. It happens. Okay. We had nothing coming out. Okay. Game 3. I really wish that we just had like a bunch of Thrastas in the board. I feel like that's my biggest issue with this deck is like it just needs more Thrasta. We need more big angry dinosaurs. Like I don't even think you need natural state in the board. I think like you want 4 Leyline of the Void, some 4 Thrastas, like that's all we need. Like Blue Red Delver can't beat a turn 1 Thrasta. They just can't. So why aren't we playing more of those? Like I'm not even sure if you want Carpet. Like just add Thrastas. Hand's very good. We'll keep. Hope a Gearper. Make them panic. Big Force of Will, pitching a Murktide Regent. I'm good with that. I don't need a ESG fail. That's fine. Like, I don't need this thing just dying to a lightning bolt and me being, like, really, really far behind. Pass the turn. Force and Negation was the flip to Delver. Yikes. I need to draw, like, a Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. At 17. Draw. Okay, so the play. I can technically like ESG Veil. Maybe that's the play. Veil of Summer. Come on, force it. Pitching a Daze. They have 2 in hand. Okay. Make some slimes. And then the original. They pitched a Daze and they had another Daze, so that hurt. They have 1 island, 1 unknown in hand. They can trade their Delver for a 3/3 and just try to buy time into a Murktide. Back. Also, imagine if I had Thrasta in my deck right here to get with this time I need. They have 2 cards. I mean, I'm just going to play this. If they have another one, they have... Alright, they're at 12. So now I can't swing in my 2/2, or else I'm just like throwing it away. Draw. I need a Carpet of Flower. In there for 4. Right, 8 life, 3 cards in hand. They have to attack. So I'll go to 14. Draw. It's actually not bad. This Tree of Tales gives me Metalcraft, but I'm still 1 mana short of another Aeve. They're at 2. And they conceded. Yes! We got the 4-1. Jax, I owe you an apology. And Leon, I also owe you an apology. This was a donation deck from a longtime supporter of the channel, Leon. I am so sorry that I forgot it in the intro. I figured that out halfway through the league that I forgot to thank you. So this was a donation deck from Leon. Leon, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. So changes. That's what everyone wants to see, right? So I think I would play more Thrasta. I think there should be 1 in the main deck, 3 in the board. I don't think you need Natural State. I think Boseiju covers what you need, because it's not like we actually care about Chalice on 1. And Veil of Summer beats Chalice on 0 anyway. I think that these Fairy Macabre should just be ley lines. That's pretty much what I've got. I mean, this deck was fun. I don't know how competitive it is, but we got the 4-1 with mono green slime time, turbo slime, whatever you want to call it. Whew, that was sweet. Jax, thank you. Leon, thank you. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.